Hello there, I'm Big Alias, and before we start this, let's get this out of the way. Yes, I've come down with something. I think it's a flu. It could just be a really bad cold. All I know is that every time I sneeze, which is a lot, my muscles crumble into some sort of fine cheese, and then they're served to people who, when they lift a cup, they lift it a little pinky finger. And they're, oh, look, it's a gorgeous day for a Joffrey. I'm really not sure where I'm going with this, but as you can clearly tell, I don't have the energy or tenacity that I usually have going into these. But, excuse me, I am going to talk about this because I have to, man. I've been so excited for Halo Infinite, and there are some stuff to say. However, with this flight this weekend, things are the same and slightly different. The maps to begin with were the same three maps: Bazaar, Live Fire, and Recharge. And the big difference here was that training mode was in, which is you don't actually have to search for a game. All you have to do is load up a map, and then you can add bots to it and change the difficulty here and there. You can do that on the fly during the map, which I think is very cool, during the match rather. But then during allotted times over the weekend, 343 opened up live matchmaking so that you could actually play against other players and level up and stuff like that. And it was your regular game modes across those three maps and not just bots, which is very cool. I will say, however, this weekend, once again, the beta was broken as shit. I mean, it wasn't a beta. The flight was broken as shit, absolutely destroyed. Doesn't work properly. Somehow it's even worse than it was last time, which is not great. I can't apply anything from my battle pass to my character. I couldn't find games on Friday. I tried everything that I could. I reinstalled the game. I hard reset my Xbox, I think 3 times. Oh, by the way, this is on a Xbox One X, all of this. I'd reset my Xbox a few times. I rebooted the game like 15 times. I tried everything. In the space of 2.5 hours, I got into one game. Not great, not very good. However, that changed on Saturday. I was actually able to find games. But throughout both of those days, I had that issue that I had last time. If you recall, my game is absolutely destroyed. I mean, it is broken, destroyed, unplayably bad. And if it was anything but Halo Infinite, I would have given up on this a long time ago. The frame rate was peaking, not averaging, peaking, and around about 10, and would fluctuate anywhere between sort of, I'd say, 2 and 10 throughout a game. Absolutely terrible. Got me killed so many times, and really frustrating. Now, last time I wasn't able to fix that, but this time I tried something that I did try last time, which was to switch quality to performance so that it would prioritize performance. Last time that didn't work because the setting just didn't work. It didn't change anything. This time it did, and I was able to change it, and it actually half fixed the situation. Now my frame rate is averaging on around about 30. It's still not 60, but it's a lot better. Unfortunately, with every single game that I start, I have to toggle it. I think I have to go from, it defaults back to quality every time, so I have to go from quality to performance, back to quality, back to performance. Oh no, it defaults on performance, then I have to go to quality, then back down to performance. Every single game I have to do that because this flight is so broken. But when I do, it's not unplayable, which is great. However, it is frustrating because I also have input lag. And that input lag matched the terrible frame rate, as weird as that sounds, initially, and now it doesn't. So it feels very sluggish, very heavy, and unresponsive, and it doesn't actually feel as great as it probably could. It does feel great, but it doesn't feel as good as it could. So that's not good. But it is an improvement, and I feel as though I'm on my own with this because no one seems to be having the same issue. But again, I'm on the Xbox One X and 343. Please don't let this happen with the full launch, because my god, this game is great. I've had such a great time. I've just been playing I think this is the second to last window for online multiplayer. And for the first time, I've been playing with a half-decent frame rate. And this game is so much better. It is so much more fun. I didn't really comment too much on the graphics themselves in my last video. I commented on the art style. The graphics Okay, so having a improved frame rate actually allows makes the graphics look a lot better because you actually see every frame, whereas with a really choppy, terrible frame rate, it cuts into the graphics sometimes, and you don't really get to take in everything around you, and everything feels really floaty and lightweight, you know, and like it has no weight to it. Well, that's fixed, and it's incredible. I didn't realize how good the graphics were in this game, but the graphics are absolutely tremendous. It's a far cry from that first gameplay demo, because this is a beautiful looking game. It might be the best looking FPS on consoles on this previous gen that I'm playing on. It is an absolutely stunning game. But speaking of stunning, the new addition for this week I've just played, and it's the reason I've had to re-record this commentary. Behemoth, a brand new map for Team Slayer. Next week we're going to have a big team battle, and that will feature a new map too. But right now we've just been gifted Behemoth, and when I say gifted, I mean it, because that map is, and no exaggeration here, I genuinely mean this, Behemoth is the greatest 343 map ever made, and it's not even close. It's not even a competition. It is by far and away the best 343 map ever made, and it's the most Halo map they've ever made too. As a matter of fact, it's the most Halo map I've played on since Halo 3. It feels a lot more Halo than anything from Reach, and it is absolutely stunning. The map itself is beautiful. It's a sandy map with featuring some Forerunner architecture. The colouring reminds me a lot of Sandtrap and the sand itself. It's not too cluttered and over detailed, so again it really helps it feel like Sandtrap, with a little bit of Zanzibar in there with the palm trees, and I always felt that Zanzibar was a little bit of a brighter map than Sandtrap. The Forerunner architecture is exactly how I would want it to look. It looks absolutely beautiful. It's old style brought to modern graphics, and it actually works really well. It's in the center of the map, and it looks as though it's just a shortcut, but it's actually a little bit more complex than you would have thought. And there's a great risk and reward for going down there. You can grab a grappling hook along the way, and a needler, which are two very effective things. Oh, and there's an overshield in the middle, but once you do, you make yourself vulnerable to players along the outside above you. They can shoot down at you, but if you use the grapple shot that you picked up, you can grapple to the top of that and get away before they manage to kill you, potentially. Yeah, and there are grav lifts. It's absolutely beautiful. It is a fantastic section, and the layout, I love the layout of the map. You know, with that also, it's a big circle. And this is the first time we've seen vehicles in Halo Infinite. Well, we've been able to use vehicles in Halo Infinite. You can drive around the outside of the map over and over again, which is both a really fun technique and also quite nostalgic, because we used to do that all the time in Sandtrap on Halo 3. But yeah, the vehicles feel great. The Ghost feels a lot like any other Ghost, really. I would say the Ghost is one of the most consistent feeling vehicles in the history of Halo. It feels great. This time it's red. The bullets are red now, the pulse bullets, and looks a lot more menacing now, which is really good. But the vehicle itself is fine. The same goes for the Mongoose. I really like the design of the Mongoose this time around, however. It has a bit of a seat coming up at the back, which I quite like. It looks great, and they leave really good tracks in the sand. That goes for the Warthog too. Again, the Warthog feels the same. The gun is slightly different. I feel as though the reticle is a little bit more closed in on the center, which makes it easier to aim. You know, feel whatever however you want to about that. And I had some great gunfights on there, and using the skewer against the vehicles was a lot of fun too. Got to use the pulse shock rifle thing for the first time. That thing looks absolutely beautiful. I really don't know how it works yet. I'm not entirely sure how that thing works, but it looks really good. But honestly, seriously, man, Behemoth, it's perfect. It's exactly what I wanted from this game. It is the perfect Halo map. Layout is perfect. The size, I will say in my first game, the game reached the timer without even getting close to 50, but then I found at the end people backed out. But yeah, the size of it, the layout, the visuals, particularly the sandbox, what's it called? The canvas, oh, you know, the backgrounds, the thing around you. What's it called? Oh, anyway, the view is absolutely incredible, absolutely beautiful. Everything about this map is fantastic. And if we get anything in the full game that comes close to Behemoth, I'll be very happy. I'll be very happy with the maps. So far they got progressively better. Live fire is okay. I like Recharge a lot. I love Bazaar, and Behemoth is perfect. So things are going well. Things are going well for the game. Please 343, I need you to address the frame rate issue on Xbox One X, because I can't seem to be able to get a hold of a Series X. There is one thing before I go. Unfortunately, I think a lot of people are talking about the ranking system. Unfortunately, there still isn't a main level in the flight. It is just the Battle Pass level, and the Battle Pass level, very unfortunately, is powered by challenges. You level up through challenges, which is an absolutely atrocious idea, a terrible idea. I don't understand why 343 always feel the need to do so much right and then do a bunch of stuff wrong. But challenges to level up it's been attempted in other games, and it's always failed. It's never worked. Do you remember the game Killzone Shadowfall? No, I'm not surprised that game died. They did that. You had to collect ribbons, and you collect ribbons by doing challenges, and that leveled you up. Dead. Titanfall 2, not dead, but it died quick. It died quick. You know, the player base died out very fast. Challenges to level up in that game too. What I'm saying is, it's never been successful. Can you think of a single game that's had leveling through challenges that is incredibly successful? No, because it isn't the case. You need a traditional XP system there, and if you're not going to use that for the Battle Pass, then please introduce a regular level to go alongside the Battle Pass level, a la things like Call of Duty and stuff like that. It will also lead to people going into lobbies and just trying to do the thing in the challenge, which will absolutely mess with the flow of the multiplayer. And they've done so much to make the multiplayer flow well. It would really frustrate me if they just ruined it through some asinine challenge system. You know, say for example the challenge is 15 sniper kills, and someone missed the sniper spawn twice, and they back out, you know, and you've lost a player in your team, maybe even 2 players. 4v2, you're always going to lose. And 4v3, most of the time you're going to lose too. But also people are just going to sit there camping. They're going to sit there camping with their sniper rifles, or they're going to, you know, use a rocket launcher. Maybe they're a skilled player, but they're no good with a rocket launcher, but they have to use it to level up. It's awful. It also restricts play, which you should never do. You should never do with a first-person shooter, especially one like this. It's just bad. It's just everything about it is bad. There are other reasons that it sucks. But, I mean, I don't want to go into a game and people are just going for challenges rather than actually playing the game. That would absolutely suck. So please, 343, 2 ranking systems, or... I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure how long I could hold my interest in this game for if you're restricting how far I can level every day. That's not fun, it's not good, and no one likes it, so please don't. Anyway, so that's Halo Infinite at the moment. Absolutely love Behemoth, absolutely hate the ranking system, and the game is broken, but hopefully they have time to fix it. They're running lots of flights, and I like that. So I will see everyone later.